All right, guys, I'm back. I'm back. Hopefully, I can get people back in here. I don't know what in the world just happened. This is the craziest situation I've ever experienced in my life. We had a technical difficulty, but I'm back. I know we got 3 on Rumble so far. I'm back to Atomic Tabasco. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to go back to where I left off. If you missed the original stream before it got paused, please go back to that stream and catch up on what I'm saying. And this weekend, sometime or by Tuesday of next week, I will just splice together the rest of this stream and load it together so you have have 3 videos to look at. You can look at the part 1, part 2, and then the full back together. I probably splice this out and combine that together and make a full beautiful video. All right. So thank you for coming back in. Again, I'm sorry, Cat Elf. Thank you. Rumble guys, thank you very much for continuing to stick it out. Sorry this happened. Let's get back to what we were talking about. If you're joining me right now, I am going over the interview with what happened with this young man here. I'm gonna go back to where the young man Jared Brodigan brother Adam talks about his brother was afraid for his life, and then I will go back into the content of that, and then I'll break the rest of that down, and then I will give you my final synopsis before I end the night to jump on my favorite game right now, Grand Theft Auto Online PC. All right, guys, let's jump into it.
Had not heard before, something startling.
I did have several conversations with Jared where he did express concerns that something like this could happen to him.
That he could be murdered.
I won't go into specific details into that, but he did have concerns on his life.
The past 11 months have been so incredibly painful for this family, grieving a great loss while living in fear. His now 3-year-old daughter, Bexley, who was in the SUV at the time of the shooting, has so many questions.
How is Bexley? How's she doing?
Yeah, early on she talked a lot about the sounds of the gunshots. She even said that, Daddy on the ground, which makes me believe she saw him there when she was removed from the vehicle. And I'm just so grateful that now the conversations, when she has them with me, are more about Dad's in heaven.
Kirsten and
All right, so here's the thing, guys. A lot of people that commit crimes think because a child is at 10 or 11 months or even at a year old, do not remember what happened. Newsflash, kids remember. There is flashes of my life that I still remember at 1 years old. And I know that's crazy, where I have a connection with my mother and my great grandmother and also my great aunt, God bless her soul, Rose, that has passed away. Because those are the things that makes you definitely affect your mentality when you get older. You know what I'm saying? My wife talks to me about certain things in her life at 2 and 3 she remembers with her grandparents. And it just happens. It's just how we are wired. So, yes, this child will be traumatically going through that because she saw her daddy on the ground. She heard the gunshots. And that's why this man is being charged with child I think it's child abuse or child neglect. That's why you got that child like abuse like charge, because you shot this man in front of his children. Now, if you look at the video before we got cut off, if you see the place that this his baby mama Terrence was living at, That's in the south side of Jacksonville, near the beaches. Okay, I want to let y'all know something. That neighborhood, those type of neighborhoods, they are very, very nice. Okay, I mean, I'm talking about nice, but the roads are narrow. So if you put something in front of that road, it's hard for you to go around. So usually you have to back up and you have to either take a detour or, a lot of times living in Jacksonville, or if you're around Jacksonville, you don't want to back up in nobody's driveway because people are very, very funny now. So that's probably what Jared was thinking in his mind when he saw that tire. He probably like, well, let me move it out of the way because if I back up and try to go around it or avoid it, you know what I'm saying, I might make suspicions of myself. And not to mention too, it's probably the way the neighborhood built if it's a cul-de-sac. If it's one of those cul-de-sacs where you only got one way in and one way out, that possibly could have been a reason why he had to move it anyway. But it's just very peculiar to me that your tenant knows your neighborhood so damn well that he decided without no reason to murk your ex-husband. Allegedly, you're not involved. I ain't falling for that shit for nothing. I'm telling you, I smell a rat all across this shit. This woman, aka this baby mama terrorist, she either knew something or had her hand in something. I think allegedly, in my personal opinion, both. Because ain't no way nobody just gonna just do something for you for nothing. That's not how shit works. But let's continue with what the police are saying in this video. Again, this is fair use, fair use. This is for educational purposes only. All right? Don't want to get dinged, YouTube.
Adam, thankful for all the support they've gotten, not just from the community, from around the world. Now, they need those who know exactly what happened to come clean.
My message is that we're still here. It's almost been a year. We're not going anywhere. If you are not going to help and be complicit, you will be found and you will be held accountable. So now's your chance to try to make it right.
They have a long way to go for justice for Jared. Vic Michelucci, Channel 4, the local station.
Thank you, Vic. Also today, the man charged with killing Bridegan, Henry Tenant, made his first appearance in court. Tarek is joining us now with how that hearing went. Tarek?
Well, today's court appearance for Henry Tenant was brief. A judge set no bond for him. He's been in jail since August on an unrelated charge. Tenant is charged with second-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, accessory after the fact, and child abuse. Now, the child abuse stems from Jared Bridegan's then 2-year-old daughter being feet away from her dad when he was gunned down. Tenant will be back in court next week on the unrelated charge of driving without a license. He has pleaded guilty to that. Tenant rented this home in northwest Jacksonville, and the News4Jax IT learned of a connection.
My apologies. This is Northwest Jacksonville. And congratulations, Rebel, on your new granddaughter, man. I ain't trying to get no grandkids right now. I'm too damn young. Anyway, but congratulations, though. I'm telling y'all now, Northwest Jacksonville, this is near Regency Mall. That's another hood area. And by the way, if anybody tell you that they've been to Regency Mall recently in Jacksonville, you need to go ahead on and call that a red flag. Because that bitch has been closed down for a minute. And the reason why Regency Mall got closed down because, again, Jacksonville has always been a target practice site when it comes to malls like that. Okay, a.k.a. all the gangs that's in Jacksonville. There's like over 100 plus gangs in Jacksonville. I'm being serious. See, I had to do a story on this one day because of the people that I used to hang with and deal with in my running days in the military and being a bad boy. Okay, they'll tell you that the gangs in Jacksonville are not like your normal gangs. You got your Bloods, your Crips and all that, and Sets and all that. Well, See, they go by neighborhoods in Jacksonville. See, you may run into one neighborhood that may be a blood set, and then you go to another neighborhood that may be against that blood set. So it's all different types of gangs based upon neighborhoods. It's not based upon just blood, Crips, and all that. You know what I'm saying? They may be throwing all those gangs and stuff like that, but doesn't mean that they all get along together. So yeah, man, it's crazy how that works. So yeah, Jacksonville's a different breed, man. Different breed. Different breed. All right, let's continue.
To this home in Brightigan. This is Brightigan's ex-wife, Shauna Gardner Fernandez, and her current husband, Mario Fernandez. Mario owned that home in Northwest Jacksonville, and Henry Tenant rented from him. Fernandez sold the home late last year. Jared Brightigan, as we said, was murdered in Jacksonville Beach just minutes after dropping his oldest two children off at the Fernandez home. He shared those twins with Shanna. Mario and Shanna are not charged in Brightigan's murder. She's now living in Washington State with the twins.
Thank you, Tarek. We checked with Crime Stoppers. We were told a $50,000 reward is still available for anyone who comes forward with information that leads to a further arrest. ATF is also offering a separate $5,000 reward. The number for Crime Stoppers is on your screen, 866-845-TIPS.
Shout out to this video. See, y'all, yeah, she got custody of the children, but we about to get that in a minute, Devin. See, guys, that's why this case is cooking like, how they say it in the South, a low country boil on a nice fall day, okay? A fall evening, excuse me. Because you know why? Because the ATF, aka Alphabet Boys, are involved. I keep trying to tell y'all, when the Alphabet people get involved, ATF, FBI, GBI, all that shit get involved, that's when you need to start worrying when you're a criminal. Shit's about to get real. See, as long as the Alphabet people ain't involved, you're good. As long as no Alphabet involved, you good. You can relax. You ain't got to worry about it. But once they say shit like FBI, ATF, man, IRS, boy, yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. The MFICS is exactly. You better start worrying. It's getting real. Now I'm about to go back here, and there is some information about some fast fashion. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. About this guy. So let's see here. Somebody had something. Now, they gonna talk about who he is and what we need to know about him. So here we go. Oh shit! Let me go tell April where this dude from. Hey April, you might know this dude. Shout out to my wife. Guess where he from? What dude? The dude that murdered the white dude. The Jared Bridgedon. Guess Bredigan. Guess where he from? Hawkinsville, Georgia. You can't make this shit up. I knew he had to be from either Georgia or from down South Florida. Anyway, Tina was born in 1961 in Hawkinsville, Georgia, in Pulaski County. Shout out to Hawkinsville, Georgia. If anybody follow me from there, ain't shit there to do. But that's another story. Anyway, in the central part of the state and north of Macon, which is true. Then he went to Vienna High School and notes on one of his Facebook accounts that he studied at Middle Georgia Technical College. It's unclear when he moved to Jacksonville, but he's been in trouble since 1991. Dang. His most recent arrest reports lists his employer as Monitoring Pallet Inc. Now, what they say is he kind of like a person that builds pallets. But then his most active Facebook say he's self-employed. Now, This is what he been charged with: conspiracy to commit murder, second degree murder with a weapon, accessory after the fact to a capital felony, and child abuse. Now he was already in jail for when he got arrested August 18th on unrelated charges. Okay, because he had a possession of a weapon by a felon, and he was driving on a suspended or revoked license. Now they said that the weapon was a shotgun and it was found in the trunk of the vehicle. So let's talk about his arrest history. I'm gonna go from what he's done in Jacksonville, starting from the 90s all the way up. Let's talk about old Tenant. So 1998, Tenant got caught with driving with a suspended license or revoked. That's how you know he a Sunman. That's on Blackistan right there requirement. You got to get caught at least one time on a suspended license. Then in 1999, he trespassed on a structure of convenience, occupied, battery, and criminal mischief. That means he hit the hell out of somebody. $200 to $1,000 worth of damage. That means he damaged some property. He pleaded no contest. They gave him 25 days in jail. Then in 2000, in Jacksonville, in Duval County, operating a motor vehicle with suspended license as a habitual traffic offender. Then in 2002, he had the nerve to write a worthless check or obtaining property less than $150. He pleaded guilty and he got 2 days in jail. Then in 2003, that's when I was in college, which is my first year, he operated a motor vehicle with suspended license as a habitual traffic offender. Then in 2003, here we go again, he done whooped somebody ass domestic. He got 12 months probation and he got 1 day in jail. Then in 2008, he got caught operating a motor vehicle with the license revoked and leaving the scene of an accident. Now, that right there, he a Blackistan affiliate right there. Then 2008, he got caught with operating a motor vehicle with the license revoked and leaving the scene of an accident and the okay, I already said that. And in 2013, y'all, that boy love hitting on some women, don't he? He got charged with hitting on his girlfriend several times in the face. No, and he got 3 months, 2 months in jail for that, and 12 months probation. And then she filed an injunction for protection against him. Damn! In 2013, let him try that shit right now. And you hit a woman, boy, you ain't gonna get no 60 days in jail, baby. You gonna do a little bit of time. You ain't gonna hit no woman now. 2016, driving with a suspended license and revoked, and he careless driving. And this time, this year, leaving the scene of an accident with property damage. Now, let me tell you how it works in Florida. Usually in Florida, when you hit someone's car or cause property damage with hitting their car or property with your car, what usually happens is you're supposed to wait, talk to the owner or talk to the person of the property. You are supposed to share with them your auto insurance information, and then you can proceed on with your day, because now they got your insurance information and they could call your insurance to make the claim against you for doing that. That's how it works in the state of Florida. I didn't know that till somebody hit my shit, but I waited till the police got it and it was like, yo, this is not Georgia, dude. You ain't gotta wait till the police. In this state of Florida, y'all just exchange insurances and call it a day. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I learned something new. Well, he probably had no insurance, so oh boy, like, fuck this, I'm out. That's when you get the police called on you. But yeah. So let's talk about when he was in Georgia. Chatham County, aka Savannah, Georgia. This fool done got caught in 2013 and 2014 driving under the influence. All right, now let's talk about his connection to Mario Fernandez, husband of Jared Brennigan's ex-wife. We talked about this. He rented a room on the property that the man had owned. So they say he didn't act alone. So let's talk about Shannon Gardner Fernandez. Let's talk about who she is and let's get some information about her. Again, we getting down to the nitty gritty. We're going to talk about wrapping this up by talking about all the players involved. Let me see. All right, let me see what I can find about this lady. All right, so this is what we know about the baby mama terrorists. So far, so good. So this is from the New York Post. Now this happened in 2022 and in 2023. This coming up. Now there was a guy who's a fitness trainer that said, "Hey, I had an affair with this man's ex-wife, so he already knows she fooled." So now the Florida ex-wife, she denied having an affair that ended the marriage, but the former personal trainer said he was her one-time lover and contradicted her claim in an interview. Now, let me tell y'all something about trainers, okay, before we go and jump in this story. Trainers, a lot of guys that like to train, and I got friends that's personal trainers too, that I went to school with, they like training because they like these women that really got a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Or a little bit of money. These housewives or these women that have like a, part-time job, whatever, try to get in shape. If they know they got a bad body, a good looking body, or can have a good looking body in the future, what they can mold, they start putting their moves from day one. I know it sounds sickening, but that's just what they do. They just big horn dogs like that. And a lot of times they wind up getting involved with these women for a long period of time. These women even finance their lifestyles. I'm being honest. Now, I'm not saying that all male trainers are like that. Now, women trainers ain't like that. Women trainers are very particular who they deal with. Most of the time, a woman trainer is going to only deal with a dude that she feel like that they have like a more of an emotional connection. Even if she's a modern acting woman, yes. If she feel like they have emotional connection, she's gonna deal with that person she's training and make it cross that line. But that's like I said, that's very rare with a woman. But most of the time with men, that's how it is. Men trainers, they that's just how they get down, bro. Most of them, not all of them. Now let's talk about this affair. Now she's a Mormon, but I'm trying to now the trainer said that Gardner Fernandez, whose family owns the multi-million-dollar paper craft company Stampin' Up. That's why I told you she was a privileged chick. Her family owns Stampin' Up. And if you don't know what that Stampin' Up on paper, it's the one that has that Stampin' Up on it. Yeah, she rich. Stampin' Up. Check it out. Told him that she and Bredigan were separated for months. Bredigan Brodigan was separated for months, right? Okay. And when their sessions allegedly took an unprofessional turn, they weren't speaking, said the instructor who asked that his name be withheld to protect his privacy. He said they were living at opposite end of the house. She said she had grown up Mormon and didn't want that anymore. Brodigan, on the other hand, remained a devout member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Now, let me tell you how they work, bro. The people of the Mormon, the new Mormon now, the today's modern Mormon, not the ones that want the 8 wives and shit. We're talking about the normal practicing Mormons. Normal practicing Mormons are very religious and they're very into their faith. They all about family, okay? And they like to keep the family together. And in their mind, they like to procreate. Okay, if you deal with a real Mormon, most of them men have with one woman at least no less than 4 kids. They believe in procreating. No, I'm telling you that. No, they believe in making some children, but they're very family oriented. Very family oriented. Now, it seems like to me, she been wanting to be loose for a minute. Okay? That's that modern woman. You heard what she said. We sleeping in separate parts of the room. She was ready to get loose. Now, Brodigan family members said the pair didn't separate until shortly before Gardner Fernandez filed for divorce on February 23rd, 2015, after the design manager allegedly found sexually explicit messages between his then wife and the man whom claims he was her weightlifting lover. Pause right there. So how you gonna deny y'all ain't doing nothing, but the man turned around and found pictures of you and the man showing news to each other? Make it make sense to me. Cause if you my wife and you sending news to the trainer, you damn right I know y'all fucking. You training with each other every day. I know y'all ain't sitting across each other talking about, did you get my picture last night? Oh, did you get my picture last night? Yeah, it's great. Oh, yeah. Listen, I can't touch you because you're married. Yeah, you're right. You can't touch me because I'm married. But I can think about it. Can you send me another picture tonight? Now, come on, man. Stop that shit. You know y'all was doing what y'all doing, man. You know them sessions was getting hot and heavy. Probably was right there in the gym room, getting it in the locker room, off in the corner with the door locked. Lying ass. Anyway, friends said the doting father was willing to forgive the betrayal for the sake of their children. Okay? But Gardner Fernandez wanted out, giving the judge a terse explanation for the split. We don't love each other anymore. Yeah, it's not that she wanted to be free. She wanted to be loose, man. Listen, she would have stayed if that man if he would have jumped up and said, you know what? If this is what you want for the sake of the kids, we can just have an open marriage. I bet she would have stayed. You know these modern women like that open marriage shit now. That's their thing. That's their outlet to go and cheat now. But I guarantee you she wouldn't want him to be out there splurring. Crazy, man. Let's continue. So the day after the filing for divorce, Gardner Fernandez visited a tattoo parlor. Yeah, Roger, she needed to see. I can't see it on here. I don't want to get blocked. But yeah, she needed to see. Anyway, the day after filing for divorce now, she visited a tattoo parlor to get a piercing and listed her trainer turned alleged paramour as her emergency contact. Now that's according to a waiver obtained by Fox News Digital at the time, when she and Brodigan were still living together. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I don't trust no woman that's gonna lie faster than the cat can lick his ass. Okay? You just said you and the man wasn't together. You said that it was a lie. But yet still, you got a piercing and you put the man as an emergency contact. Who in the world put their trainer as the emergency contact unless they doing what? Getting more than training. They getting, let's get the clapping sounds. Exactly. Come on, man. Quit playing me. Now, Brodigan and Gardner Fernandez both remarried, but the acrimony between them persisted, with the exes frequently butting heads over their conflicting approaches to raising their kids. Now, this is what happened. Now, allegedly, this is what I've heard from my sources of researching this, that she saw that Brodigan got married first. She was all cool with giving him a little bit of trouble with seeing the kids and objections here and there. But as soon as he got remarried, and the woman he remarried looks a hell of a lot better than her, she got mad as hell. She thought because she was doing all that training and doing them butt lifts, getting her ass looking like a BBL, she thought that she was gonna make him want her back. But instead, he went and got him a real woman. He got him a woman that was gonna be submissive and gonna, make him feel at peace. See, that's what a lot of these women don't understand. You could do all this BBL stuff, breast enhancement, but if you nothing but trauma to a man, you will never ever get one or get the old one back. Because that's not how we work, man. We want a peace of mind. That's what men want. We want a peace of mind at the end of the day, man. We don't want this crazy shit. Let's continue with this, man. Now, they also said, the trainer said the first time I met her, she brought up the divorce. Wait a minute. Let me see who said this. This is what the staffer said, and this is at the private school. The staffer said the first time I met her, she brought up the divorce and painted him in a not very good light. You heard that right. She already throwing shade on this man. Brodigan was ambushed after he dropped off the twins. Now look at this man. He don't, see his new wife. Look how happy he is. This man smiling. That's why she was mad. He happy as shit. You know, he got his kids right here. And that's his twins. That's the ones he can't see right now. And all the children right there. He's happy. He's got a new wife. That man happy as hell. He ain't got no drama. He can go in his house. He can enjoy his day. He ain't got to worry about when his wife tell him, I'm going to the gym. She really doing this with another dude. I mean, I've been there. What's up, babe? I am. Sorry, guys. My wife want me to wrap this up. I'm getting there. Anyway, we got to remember now I had technical difficulties, honey. Okay, so anyway now, after this happened, let me see what else. I'm just scanning through and make sure I give y'all all the facts of how we led to this murder. Okay, so when the man passed away, this how you know this woman's a baby mama terrorist. She didn't even let the twins go and see the damn man's funeral. She did not let the twins go to the man's funeral. And guess why she said why not? She said because she felt like it was too much tension. Are you for real? That's them children's father. They should have been there. Them people ain't gonna give a damn about what you got going on. People would listen. This is where I know right then this lady full of it, bro. Because 9 times out of 10, when somebody passed away, especially, I mean, not trying to be racial here, but what I've seen in families from racial gliders, they ain't gonna make no scene in front of the children. They all about trying to go head on and make sure that the funeral it goes along smoothly. So that just lets me know this woman had guilt. That's all I'm saying. Now, the trainers, there was somebody else who wrote on a blog, as Jessica wrote, Shanna cheated on Jared. Now, the trainer also said his relationship with Garter Fernandez only lasted a few months because she was going through a lot with her breakup. That tell you, she started having regret. She started having regret because she found out that the grass wasn't greener on the other side with being a free woman. Now, she's got a good criminal defense attorney. His name is Henry Cox III. Now, I don't know if he's still going to represent her husband because they said right now her current husband and her are not together. He's in Jacksonville and she's in the state of Washington. And that's what we know about this lady. Now, I don't too much know anything about the ex-husband, the new husband of the ex-wife, but I will report that to y'all as soon as I find out more information as time goes on. Guys, this is a lot on this case. Sorry it took a little longer than what I expected because there was a lot of things to break down. But this just goes to show you guys that in today, you can't trust no fucking body. You can be laying down beside somebody for years, procreating with them, making children with them, sharing your intimate thoughts, and you could be right there with the same person that possibly could be involved or may have a hand in taking your last breath. That's why we as a people, especially men of high value, you gotta watch what you stick your stuff into. And if you got one of these baby mama terrorists that every time you turn around, they are always trying to make your life miserable, you need to take precautions. And unfortunately, Brother Jared, God bless his soul, didn't take the right kind of precautions he needed to. Because I got a feeling allegedly he was about to have full custody of his kids, and this woman was ready to make sure that he would not have it at all costs. Now, they said there will be some more arrests made. I will keep you updated on this, but I'm glad that they got one of the people that's there. And if anybody, even if Henry Tenant, because I know he in jail, maybe he might have access to YouTube or something. Brother, man, just tell them people who is involved, man, so this family can be able to get justice and these children can be able to get the proper healing they need to live a productive life. Because you old enough to have grandkids this age. How would you like if your grandkids would have to find out that your son or your daughter is dead? They mama or they daddy. Would you be cool with this shit? You know you wouldn't. So, do the right thing for once in your life, man. Tell them people the truth, man. For real. Tell them people the truth, man, so these people can get what they need for their family. But anyway, thank y'all for hanging out with me. Sorry for the video stopping like it did. Shout out to everyone that is following me on Rumble. Again, we are growing on the channel. I'm at 7,351. Please like, share, and subscribe if you hung out this long on this video. And I will keep you posted. And once again, thank y'all for being awesome. Now, with that being said, I'm finna get my wife taken care of so she can get ready for bed. And I'm finna take my ass online and play GTA 2. GTA 5, excuse me. You know what it is. I'm fucking out.